Have you seen the Luke Thomas new soy channel? I have not seen the new Luke Thomas channel. I heard he has a political channel, though. So I could check it out. Luke Thomas Gets Political is the name of the channel. Wow. A grand total of 2.2 thousand views in 12 hours. There you go. He's killing it. Whoa! Look out, guys. Brother, can JDM beat DDP? No, he cannot. He'd get out physicality by DDP. How do you feel about Joshua Van? I think Joshua Van is going to be a permanent top contender in the flyweight division. Maybe a future UFC flyweight champion. But I think Pantoja's going to submit him in 2 rounds when they fight each other next. Unfortunately. Sup, Julius? Did you see DC crash out on Tough? I didn't see DC crash out on Tough. I need to go check it. I need to check this moment. We have to check this moment. Guru, can Tatsuro Taira make a run at the title in 2026? Tatsuro Taira? Yeah, dude, Tatsuro Taira is very good. Roy Val is extremely good. You know what I mean? If he would have landed some good shots at the end of the 3rd round, he could have got that fight against Joshua Van. So, yeah, man. Taylor's very good. Guru, I see the bulk is coming along nicely. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I needed that. What is that crown by my name? It looks cool. You're number 2 in chat for activity or something like that. It's a stamp of shame more than anything, but, you know, you can take some positivity from it. Thoughts on Flukas' GOAT list? Disgusting. Honestly, it was an absolute disaster. Arman has 2 good wins. And here's the thing, man. He has Oliveira below Arman Tsarukyan and Aljamain Sterling below Arman Tsarukyan. When he has Arman above Oliveira because he beat Oliveira and he has a win over Oliveira. But Aljamain Sterling has a win over Peter Yan, who he has way up there on the GOAT list, while Aljamain Sterling is way down there. And there's this massive gap between them. Aljamain Sterling was a title defense away from being considered the bantamweight GOAT. Lucas Tracy has people that could be considered the GOATs of their division. Could be considered the GOATs of their division. Below Arman Tsarukyan on the GOAT list. That's what we're seeing there. Adesanya is the highest ranked middleweight, I believe, or maybe they had Dricus du Plessis on there, but he has people that are in the debate of being a GOAT of their whole division in the history of the sport, and he has them below Arman Tsarukyan, and it has to be rage bait, has to be rage bait. He had Arman at number 18 overall of all time. Let me find this fucking list again. This has truly shook the MMA community to its core. Because it is disgusting. It is absolutely fucking vile to look at. Jesus Christ, man. It is fucking bad. Arman Tsarukyan above Charles Oliveira, Israel Adesanya, Dustin Poirier. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Do 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 do. Doom doom. Where's Demetrius Johnson ranked on his GOAT list? I don't even see Mighty Mouse. Where's Mighty Mouse on the GOAT list? Is he on there? Oh, he is. He's 11 to 15. Okay. All right. An intriguing selection of choices from him here. I don't know, having Arman above GOATs of entire divisions, arguably, like the 2nd place or 3rd place GOATs of entire divisions is just insane. MMA community must have unified for Tracy. No way y'all giving him this much clout for L takes. Nah, it's just funny, innit? Jesus Christ. Mighty Mouse is a great fighter, but his picks suck. Oh, he's picked the same fight. He's picked my picks recently. What are you trying to say, buddy? Didn't Lucas and Gaethje and Aljo put Gaethje and Aljo right next to each other? I don't know the full extent of the list. I'm not going through the whole thing, but there was just some glaring rage bait in there. Mighty Mouse, I've already read it. Get off stream and goat hit. No, shut up, dude. I'll do what I want. Why is Joe Rogan always coping with Jones? It seems like he is Jon's secret admirer or something. Is Rogan gay? There is an argument to suggest that Joe Rogan is gay, and I may have to now fulfill that and make the entire documentary. Maybe Joe Rogan's the next target, dude. No, I'm joking. But, no. I don't know. Yeah, he's always coping about Jon Jones. He just can't come to terms with the fact that he's a PED cheat, and it's insane. My video is blown up about it, which is pretty good. Somebody once told me the world's a bowl of curry. Ain't the smelliest poo in the loo. She was looking kind of dumb with her smelly bum and her red dot on her forehead. Okay. Some all-star smash mouth. Indian edition. Have to drop it directly after you go on JRE. Yes, that's the move. For sure. For all the reasons you think Paddy beats Ilya, Islam is better at and does him worse. I don't think Paddy beats Ilya. I was joking. Matt Hughes arguing with Teddy Atlas over Minecraft chest location. Where's the railways? Tracks. And then, I don't know what the other person was. Yeah. Teddy Atlas. Sometimes you got Velcro. And sometimes you don't got no fucking answers. Aspinall isn't even on the list, but Arman is. I don't know. Arman's just way too fucking high up the list. It's disgusting. Thoughts on you being visibly bricked up when first seeing Drickus train in your vlog? I was not visibly bricked up in that moment in any way whatsoever. Almost 2 years. Can I get an impression of Yeri being Jon Jones' lawyer, realizing how bad the case is? Let's not go for that. I hate too many women there. And it's not, let's not go for that. Thank you for the 21 months of membership. Goo doo doo. What's the point anymore, Guru? I don't know, dude. Maybe we're just here to witness the show. Should stick along for the ride. Hey, lad, what do you think will be the ceiling of Ibo Aslan? He's fun to watch, but good God, he's annoying. Plus Turkish MMA. Turkish MMA is non-existent. Ibo Aslan is decent, but I don't think he'll ever be ranked. That's what I'll say. He'll be like a decent unranked guy that sticks around for about 8 UFC fights. Has a 50-50 record and then gets... Volk wants a basketball court as well. People forget, man. Volkanovski wants a basketball court. What the fuck is the point of that? Thank you for the $5, man. What a waste. What an absolute waste of money, Sam Donovan. You need to rethink things, man. Guru, impression of Jones running from beating his wife when she utters Tom Aspinall between his ground and pound strikes. I'm gonna teach you a fucking lesson. Tom Aspinall. My hands are melting. I don't know if he would start melting in the hotel room or something, but yeah. Get Lucas on stream, debate him. He won't, dude. He won't do it, dude. He knows this is his moment. This is the thing that could drive his channel into the ground. Chat, yes or no? There's one thing that Lucas Tracy needs to realize. We don't tolerate rage bait on our platform. You know what I mean? We do not tolerate rage bait on our platform of YouTube MMA. And that's something that Lucas Tracy needs to realize. There's no space for blatant, obvious, dumb, low-effort rage bait in our fucking community here on MMA YouTube. And it's disgusting. Yeah, I saw the Okoye bots out in full force looking for their big moment to debate. When someone makes an objectionably wrong thing, wrong take, Okoye's there to pounce. Vancouver, Brazil, Perth, Fight Night main event predictions. Vancouver, Brazil, Perth, fight night main event predictions. I would say, I don't know what's going to be on those cards. Vancouver, I have no idea. There's no Canadian talent, so I genuinely don't know. Brazil is probably going to be something along the lines of... Again, I don't know. I have no clue. Perth, again, I don't know. No idea. No idea any of these things. I don't know what the Perth main event's going to be. It can't be Usyk. He's on a different card, and there's no Australians in play right now. So, yeah, no idea on all three. No clue whatsoever. We have no information. Stink stank stinkeroonies. Guru's farts will put you out like roofies. Flocking to the stench, you can call us groupies. We embrace the aroma. Fart! Thank you for the $5. We were just talking about you earlier today. Bryce took over Grok. Oh, okay. I did see what you mean by Grok. Yeah, it had some noticing moments, I guess. Even the AI is noticing. Thank you for the $1, Kale Johnston. I appreciate you. What style would do best open stance with no cage? What style would do best open stance with no cage? I don't know, like Fiziev. Thank you for the $2. Already Fiziev, ripping body kicks and moving about on the back foot the entire time. Where is Lucas on the retard of all time list? I don't know, dude, but he's pushing for first place with this arman tsarukyan positioning. There's just so many flaws. He actually is like a decent list, if not for the arman. Dude, he's actually really fumbled it. Purely based on his positioning for arman tsarukyan. And I feel like I know why he's doing it, chat. I have a theory as to why Lucas Tracy is overhyping arman tsarukyan. Okay? And are you ready for this? This is deep. Okay? This is real shit right here. Okay? It's not that he's gay for arman. He loves Ilia Topuria. And he wants to make sure that if likely the case, arman tsarukyan is the next opponent of Ilia Topuria, that if Ilia beats him, he can declare Ilia the greatest fighter of all time. Because Arman's number, he's top 20 of all time himself. That's what he's doing. I really think so. I think he loves it. He loves it. If Ilia were to beat him, he could then, by previously elevating Arman's status in his own mind in the GOAT list, he could call it quits, rub his hands of the whole affair, and call Ilia the outright GOAT of the sport for beating arman tsarukyan. That's what I think. But, you know, other than that, the list is pretty good. Thank you for the $1, Kale Johnston. What style? I've already read all these. Is it just me, or does it sound like Jones's brother might have SA'd him based on that phone call with the cops? I don't know where you got the old SA thing from his brother. I didn't get that from the phone call. I don't know. Could you fight off Jon from getting freaky with you? Yeah, I'd just you know, grow out my beard for a bit and very visibly. Well, no, I wouldn't. I'd shave my beard and let the hair grow out, and maybe you'd think I was a woman, and then he couldn't do anything. He couldn't even get it up. Vancouver should have been Seattle. People forget, man. Okay, fair play. Maybe it could have been. Your face impression of Rogan was hilarious. He didn't even train. Dude, Rogan is so fucking funny, dude, with this. The best part about the Rogan videos is the face that he makes after dropping and saying the dumbest shit you've ever heard in the past year about MMA. Don't you think, chat? When Joe Rogan has the shittest take you've ever heard about an MMA topic for the past 5 years, and he sits there and goes... like he's just blown someone's mind. That is the funniest shit ever, man. And it's the dumbest shit you've ever heard. Sup Goo just was in Birmingham for Ozzy Osbourne's last show. Show was great, but damn, that city's fucked. Oh yeah, Birmingham is fucking cooked, man. Thank you for the $5. But then it's Ozzy's. That was when there was some Ozzy Osbournes around in Birmingham, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you for the $5. Not really, yeah. Not really the same old Birmingham, I wouldn't say. Is Curtis a good name? Baby mum named it that. Curtis? First of all, the fact that you called her the baby mum means that you have no care for this child in the first place. It's the mother of your child. Okay, it's not your baby mum. Darren Holmes with the £2. No, Curtis is a fucking shit name to name a kid. Disgusting name. Why do I feel like you're black for some reason? No, Curtis is a fucking shit name to name a kid. Disgusting name. Why do I feel like you're black for some reason? Baby mum, Darren, Curtis, name for a child, Curtis. I feel like black people took the name Curtis off of white people. Darren Holmes, baby mum, naming a child Curtis. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, don't call it Curtis, mate. That's all I know. It's like a white guy calling his kid Phil or Ian. Imagine looking at a baby and calling it Phil. It was how he described them as evil. Oh yeah, I do agree. It did sound like he hated them in the way that he said that they were evil, like they had been evil to him. I do agree, but I don't know if that insinuates directly that they sexually assaulted him. Impression of Joe Rogan being bummed at late by Jones. Oh, unbelievable! Thank you for the membership, Bastion. I appreciate the membership, dude. Thank you for the $5. The UFC has Morales and Buckley both at number 7 in the rankings. I know it's a mistake, or is it? Thank you for the $5. Morales and Buckley both at number 7 in the rankings. I know it's a mistake, or is it? Yeah, it's a mistake. Sometimes they put both at the same place, and then eventually the next week it sort of evens it out and puts them in a different spot. Thank you for the $8 Australian. Lucas said he used to watch you, by the way. Congrats on the recognition. Hard work paying off. Sometimes he'll comment on my video, occasionally. But yeah, Lucas used to be a live chat member. He used to be a regular in the live chat back in the day. People forget, man. Lucas T Fitness. With his gimpy perm boy profile picture in my fucking live chat for 3 years before he started his channel. Well, not 3 years, but, you know, a couple years. Shout out to Lucas Tracy. When are you going to do another bit? The arman tsarukyan is rage bit. When are you going to do another tier list? I don't know, man. This one's piqued my tier list interest. Maybe I'll jump into the tier list game, but I don't know. I just don't really enjoy tier lists, to be honest with you. Thank you for the... Unless I'm breaking the mold with a new type of tier list, like I was when I first started making them. It just doesn't feel the same. Thank you for the... So, it would also explain a lot of his other actions. It's a potential theory, and as an NFL fan, Chandler lost his mind on his GM and got blackballed from the NFL. I mean, I could see something like that, but I just don't see how you could make that correction or that connection so confidently there. You'd need a bit more information than that. Impression of Rogan talking about how Jones developed AIDS at the age of 38. He developed that at 38! People forget, man. He invented AIDS at 38 years old. Saw you in XQC's comment section. Yeah, I left a comment in XQC's comment section about... It was a UFC video. So I just thought I'd engagement farm. What I find the most irritating about fans is conflating everything other than skill with fighting ability. He prays to the same God, he will win. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. Conflating everything other than skill with fighting ability, yeah. I mean, sometimes they do shit like that, but that's people being territorial, man. It makes, you know, everyone does that shit but us. So, it makes sense. It's so white of you to be, to try and analyze it and break it down and see different perspectives on things. You should just pick the boys. You know what I'm saying? Just a theory that would explain Jon's character. I know, it would explain it, but I'm not going to bullet. I'm just not going to come out and say that it's the case. It's a strong allegation, you know, with no evidence. Getting a medium fry and fish fillet. Love the stream. Thank you for the $2, dude. Nice. Medium fry and a fish fillet. Lovely. Lovely. Whoa. Lovely. Thank you for the 2. Tier list Dana White privilege. Again, that's a bedtime MMA video. This is the problem. Lesser beings on MMA YouTube have laid claim to a niche of video and tainted them for life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the $1 Kale Johnston. So many farts. They stink. Ha 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 ha. Thank you to Stench of Guru. MMA Guru X Lucas Tracy Wen. You know what? After seeing where he put Arman Tsarukyan on his GOAT list, I never want to see his face ever again. Thank you for the $2. Who wins? Jones in a car or Francis on a bike? Impression. Thank you for the $2. Jones in a car or Francis on a bike? Probably Francis Ngannou on a bike. No chance, dude. Ngannou's bloodlust when he's on a bike. Pfft. Jones just wounds people. When Ngannou hits them, they don't fucking move. This guy TKOs women. When I crash into them, they don't fucking move. Thank you for the $5. Go get you a snack, bro. It's been a long stream. Pringles original. Also sit up, big dog. No, I'm good. I'm slouching. It's late. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you, though. Anthony Valencia. I'm doing well. I'll correct my posture up about 30% to a less acute angle on the spine. You should do a tier list on gayest UFC fighters, but there'd only be like 5 of them on there, and it'd be like a 5-minute video. I also don't have a YouTube channel at stake. True. That makes sense. You can say what you want. Who you got? Chimaev versus DDP. I've got DDP over Chimaev. I've got Dricus du Plessis winning. Dubrix. I think Dricus survives round 1 and finishes Chimaev in the later rounds. Dricus has a really good fundamental base in jiu-jitsu and submission grappling. And it's something that not a lot of people know about. And also he came up originally as a welterweight as well, which I really like. I really like here. And I know Whittaker had the same things, but Dricus is bigger, stronger. I think more gritty and heart. He has more heart than Whittaker by far. He's tougher. He's more durable. He doesn't have the teeth problems that Whittaker had. So Chimaev in the later rounds. Dubrix. Thank you for the 10. Do you really think Paddy can beat Ilya or trolling? No, I don't. I think he could beat him, and I think he will give him some kind of problem to figure out. I don't think it's going to be a first-round finish. I think it'll be a second-round finish for Ilya if he fights Paddy. And Paddy will have a moment where he lands some shots and has some moments in the fight and maybe gets a takedown that gets reversed. Things like that. But, no, I think Ilya will win. Islam versus Sean Brady. Who would you pick? I'd pick Makhachev right now, I'd say. Stuffing the takedowns and probably outstriking him on the back foot. So I would probably pick him. But Brady's very good. And I don't know if Makhachev does that to Leon Edwards. So maybe Brady's could do well dominantly in the grappling against him. But I doubt it. Thoughts on UFC Noche? I like that it's a fight night, chat, because you want to know why? I'm getting hope. Is anyone else getting hope that we're not going to see Volkanovski versus Rodriguez? I've been putting the pieces together, dude. Over the past few days, they've been coming together. The clues have been aligning. UFC Noche is a fight night. Volkanovski's actively talking about the fact that Evloev should be next if he wins his next fight. And he's not even talking about Rodriguez at all as a next opponent, you know? I like that Lopez versus Silva got made. Because it means that Yair Rodriguez turned him down. And I don't think the UFC gives him a title shot. But this card's really good. Just needs a bit more. It only has a few fights on there at the moment. But they look pretty good in terms of the fights that they are. Jared Gordon, Rafa Garcia, Diego Lopez, Gene Silva. Pretty decent. Nickname for Curtis, other than Cotton Boy, he white. Okay, nickname for Curtis. Don't call it Curtis, dude. Forget this nickname for Curtis. No loopholes, no nothing. Just don't call your child Curtis. He's not an 80-year-old man. Who you got, Dustin or Max? Max Holloway. Decision, I think. I think I've got decision for Max. Who wins between Lopez and Silva? I've got Gene Silva over Diego Lopez. But I'm concerned. I am concerned. But I've got Gene Silva. His momentum's hard to deny right now. Thoughts on Shavkat waiting for a title shot? Yeah, that's not going to work out for him whatsoever. And if it does, then the UFC's gone. Game's gone. Leave the UFC before the UFC leaves you. There's no chance that works out in a million years. Thank you for the $5, Jeffrey Estrella. Appreciate the Mighty Guru show. Merchant coming. I don't think proceeds will go to Askren, so no worries, no problem. Yeah, that would be the big blockade there. I don't know if we're doing merch for it. I guess if we started doing merch for that, I'd also start doing merch for my channel as well, but I don't know, man. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I don't even plot things out. Things just seem to happen if they are needed to happen. I don't know. If I'm going to do merch, I want to do my own merch first before just merch for a show. You know? Impression of Jon Jones coming home to a freshly hog-tied bark hunt. Mark Hunt. And JDM will batter Islam is striking entries to amateur. True. I agree. And even on the counter, sometimes he's weak with the punches. I feel like JDM can throw in combination moving forward. Jon Jones coming home. Hello, what's up, John? Just got whipped by my dad, eh? Oh, my. Looks like a piggy needs some oil. Charles Johnson would chill Ilya in round 1. He could do. Good to see you, man. Where the fuck were you doing this whole time? Oh, I was gone for a week, but I've been streaming the past few days and posting videos. I'm back. I only took a few days. Thank you for the $2. There's just no UFC on, so I have nothing to do in life but lay in bed and hope to die. Dana saying UFC 318 card is so badass, it's fucking horrible. Absolutely infuriating. And there's certain comments that are saying, this card's actually pretty good, though. People are actually sleeping on this card. I hate the fucking bot comments. Dustin deserves better. Poop, caca, poop, pee pads. True. You know who we need more of, chat? Wellmaker, Tabet, fucking, you know, Dulatov, Alejandro Tapuria, names like this. These are the guys that, Lona Kavanagh. I know they have fights coming up, but I feel like these prospects sometimes, these are the ones that we need to be active, you know? So hopefully they get their fights going and get another fight in before the end of the year. They need to be as active as possible because prospects save cards. I know Dulatov's never fought in the UFC, but he's got hype. You know, he's got following. He's got attention to his name. We need those guys carrying fight night cards and prelims of pay-per-views. And then just ranked guys in the main card. It's simple. Imagine Aspinall KO and Johnny Walker. Hilarious. I bet you Walker would eat all of his shots with no problem. And then submit him with a fucking Imanari roll into a calf splicer. Type Johnny Walker type shit. Level of importance in your opinion. Quality of wins versus amount of wins. Example, DJ versus Pantoja. Time of wins versus quality of wins. Aldo 8 title wins versus Marab wins as contender, not a champ. Time of wins versus quality of wins. Well, it's the same thing because time is quality. And depending on when you got a win over someone, it depends on the quality of that win. So the time and the quality thing is the same. Because you can't accurately measure one of them without taking the other into consideration. Quality wins versus amount of wins. Again, it's somewhere in between. Like it's an argument of like, does the quality of this person's wins supersede the amount of wins that this other person has, even if they're of lesser quality? It's not just this person has the highest quality wins. He's got 2 good wins. Like someone could have the 2 best wins in UFC history. Someone could have some really good wins for 8 in a row in a title defense. They don't jump that person, you know what I mean? So it all depends. You've asked me an all depends type of question. People forget, man. Charles Johnson is a marauder. He is a marauder, dude. He beat Joshua Van. People forget, man. I want Rosas Jr. versus Tabet. Yes, exactly. Rosas Jr. back in there as well, yeah. He's going to be on the Noche card, no less, I imagine. Most definitely. And those guys, Alejandro Tapuria, Peyton Tabet, Raul Rosas Jr., Malcolm Wellmaker, they should all be matched up with guys like Cody Garbrandt and fucking Adrian Yanez and Charles Jourdain and these types of names outside, and Ricky Simone, you know? Certain lesser names outside the rankings that are going to get hype as a matchup for them. What up, buddy? Hope all is well. What's up, Adam C? Wonder if Nina brought her cameraman on the trip to Brazil with Poetan or her roommate. I know. Yeah, Nina Drama is just snatching aura from these fighters. I saw that Fighting Nerds thing with Nina and it goddamn sickened me. It absolutely fucking sickened me. Curtis is better than Jack, Steve, or Kyle, though, right? Thank you for the £2. I mean, just don't name it a name of an 80-year-old man. Simple as that, really. I watch your vids while gaming and eating. Ty from New Jersey. Thank you for the $2.